Welcome to today's video. My name is Trevin Peterson, and in today's video, we have a special guest, Kamang, who was on the channel a year ago, and we are going to give you guys an update with where Kamang is at and how much he has progressed through his entire journey, and also not to mention the lifestyle that he's now been able to create and live from building an online business. So Kamang, I appreciate you jumping on the channel, but just kind of give us a quick 30-second intro on where you have been and kind of your Amazon journey. I know for a lot of people, they probably didn't watch the first video. So kind of fill us in on your Amazon journey starting to now, I guess, where we're at currently.
That's been an absolute life changer. I've quit to my 9-to-5 and I'm doing about 40K a month in sales. And it's just, I never thought I'd be able to reach this point in life. Like, I'm so happy now. Like I remember vividly waking up every morning and I don't know what's on my plate for work and showing up at 8:30 because someone told me to be there. That feeling is of not having that is still foreign to me. So it's just been amazing. And that's thanks to you guys, thanks to AMC Champs. Oh, it's just
honestly, like for me, that is what is so inspiring. That's what motivates me. That's what has driven me to actually create the YouTube channel, to create the community, because I've seen it personally in my life. Like Amazon just changed everything to where I did the same exact thing. I had a 9-to-5 job. I was able to quit it. And literally in a span of a year, like my life was completely changed. So it's so cool. And I'm excited to kind of break down your journey and dive through basically where you're at currently. One thing that I do want to kind of mention is when we did the video 1 year ago, you were around that kind of 5-figure mark per month, around $10,000 ish. And now you're doing close to $10,000 every single week. So we'll throw up that screenshot that you have. And it's just honestly kind of crazy to see kind of that progression. And that's 1 year. Like, kind of paint the picture and help people understand, like most people in the 9-to-5 world or that have a job, to get a raise or an increase of salary of $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 a year. Like how long does that actually take in the real world?
Yeah, it's frustrating. Like I remember working my corporate job, and I actually was not corporate. I was actually in retail. So now I'm at 180 flips to e-commerce. So anybody can do this. I'm telling you right now. And I remember seeing people left, right, and center getting promotions. I get frustrated. It's like I'm doing my job, but these guys are, they're just breaking the job and they're getting promoted, right? And now I look back as like, why do you even spend that much time doing it? Like I should have. It was like that risk of like failing pulled me back. But I just gotta say, I'm super happy that I took that leap of faith and just be persistent, always. Okay, and so forth.
Yeah. And that's honestly the biggest thing is being consistent, being persistent, being patient, being disciplined. And if you put in the work, you truly can be in control of your destiny and make whatever you want, like turn your dreams into reality. So I see a lot of people in the background. Where are you at currently and what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm actually at a ski resort right now. And it's crazy. I don't even feel like I'm on holiday. Like I work, it's fun. And like, I don't actually have to worry about, okay, I get that week off on holidays, is that week available at work? No, it's just, I go wherever I want to go. Take my family with me and just go. His lifestyle is insane. Like I never thought I would be able to have this type of lifestyle. I thought forever I was going to be doing that 9-to-5 grind and, see people, doing things that you would not have access to, right? But no, the lifestyle is completely changed. And to be honest, even if my job paid me twice the amount I make today, I still wouldn't go back because everybody has their bills to pay. But do you really want to show up at 8:30 because someone's telling you gotta be there at 8:30? I wake up in the morning now. I can drop my kids off at school if I want to go grab a coffee, unless I have a meeting with a supplier or something. I got my daily tasks, but I just do it whenever I want on my schedule. And you can't buy that
freedom. Yeah. And Mark
freedom.
Cuban said it on Shark Tank. I can't remember the exact quote, but he said something to the extent of, I would rather work 50, 80 hours a week for myself than work
Yeah.
for somebody 40 hours, even if I am making less money. And it's just the
Yeah.
pure fact that you have the control of what you want to do. You can wake up and you choose what you're doing instead of somebody
Yeah.
behind your back telling you what to do. So I
Yeah.
totally understand that. And for me, like that freedom. And at the end of the day, like what's interesting is I probably work more than what most people that have a 9 to 5 job like work. But at the same time, when I work, it doesn't feel like I'm working because I love every second of it.
Yeah.
And I have that freedom of like, hey, if I want to take 2 weeks off, or like what I just did a few months ago,
Yeah.
I took 3 weeks off. We went and traveled Europe, and I didn't have to ask for time off. I didn't have to go to my boss and say, hey, can I take this time off? And so that's kind of what you're experiencing. So you're at a resort
Yeah.
right now, living the dream. You sent me a few pictures of some trips that you went on over the summer, and you actually moved to Asia for the summer. Tell us a little bit about that story a little bit.
So I was looking at summer camps for my kids, right? And they were like 3 grand for a month. And I was thinking, well, I don't really have to be here. Like, I don't have to send my kids here. I could just, go to Asia and have like the grandparents, see the grandparents, and work from there, really. Because I have no limits to where I can work, right? And I was actually on the supplier time zone too. So it made it
Even
super
better.
easy to communicate. Yeah. It's amazing. Like my friends are like asking me, it's like, what are you doing for the summer? Yeah, you got a camp? I was like, no, I don't really have any plans. You got any holidays? No, not really. And then I told them I'm probably going away for 2 months in Asia. It's like, and then they just paused. So it was like, what? You thought you taking no holidays? Well, no, it's not a holiday. I'm just going to work. Right? I'm just going over there and work. I don't have a set schedule, right? And it was just, it was just really strange for them too.
So you took
Absolutely.
2 months off and you went and lived in Asia. Tell us a little bit about some maybe cool experiences. I mean, you mentioned that now you're on supplier time zone, so it was a little bit easier to communicate. How was kind of the traveling? I know for me, one benefit of having an Amazon business is utilizing points and getting credit card points. So maybe talk a little bit about your travels and how basically you were able to use Amazon FBA and like the points to actually fuel the trips that you went on.
Yeah, so it's interesting. It's like you buy a lot of inventory. There's a lot of expenses when you go into making a business, right? You got to buy inventory and you got to pay for advertisements. But the thing with advertisements is if you spend $1 and you're making $3 back, I'm spending as much money as I can on it, right? And I blast through a lot of money on advertising, which kind of gives you a lot of travel points. And with the travel points, I've been able to go to destinations that I honestly never even dreamed of. I was in the Maldives for the summer for a few nights, and oh man, it was just like I don't even know what happened. Like it's almost just like a dream come true, because those destinations are not generally for people who, work a 9 to 5 and do the daily grind, right? It's just like you just see these on videos or see these on the internet. It's like, oh man, that'd be nice to go there. And I was there, and it literally cost me nothing other than a flight because I had these hotel points off my card, and it was just unbelievable. It's kind of like a perk of running a business, really, if you have expenses.
Yes. So you sent me the pictures and we'll throw them up on the screen right now. And honestly, looking at the pictures, it gives me the vibe of like me scrolling on TikTok and seeing all the TikTok travelers showing like the beautiful water, the colors, the huts. And honestly, it just looks amazing. And then what's cool is as long as you have your computer and internet, you can work from anywhere in the world. And that's what's so powerful about building an online business. So this story honestly is inspiring. It gets me pumped and it just gets me excited with what the future holds. So kind of fill us in on what your plans are for the future. Where do you see yourself? You came back from Asia. You were there for two months. Now you're back in your hometowns in Canada. So where do you see yourself in the future? What are your goals?
Oh man, sky's the limit, man. I just want to grow as much as I can. Like it's been like I'm comfortable where I am, but I feel like almost like I'm plateauing. I gotta push myself to go further now. It's such a nice feeling. Like I don't I don't have to push now. Like before, you struggle and you're like, oh man, I gotta get out of this loop, right? I gotta get out of the daily grind. But now I'm so like, I already lived something that I wasn't expecting. But yeah, I got to keep forward, keep on going forward. Everybody chooses their own journey, right? Like you gotta, if you want something, you gotta go for it. That's just how it is.
100%. And I can relate with you in terms of getting to a certain point where I was making X amount of money per month. And you do get comfortable because you're like, oh, wow, this is just completely different than what I was used to. But then you got to kind of find something deeper down. And another cool thing is at the end of the day, if you just kind of want to maintain, and if you're cool making, let's just throw out a number, 100 grand a year from your Amazon business, and that's your goal, and that's all you want to do. Like that's honestly where you can work like minimum a couple hours a month and just maintain it. And you can chill and do whatever you want. But then there's obviously other people that have the goals of, hey, I want to hit 7 figures. I want to hit 8 figures. I want to have a 7-figure exit. I want to build something a lot bigger than myself. And at the end of the day, like everyone's journey is different. And so it's really cool to just see yours progress over time.
Yeah. Hopefully next year we'll have a call at 7 figures.
Yeah.
That's my goal. All right.
7 figures.
7 figures.
It's a great goal. I remember hitting the 7-figure mark, and it's great. It's unreal to think that you can launch a product on Amazon and basically thousands of people start buying your product. They don't even know who you are, but they're buying it. And then the inventory just starts going through and you're like, I didn't even see the inventory. I didn't touch the inventory. And the customer got it and they paid me. And it's like, it almost feels fake some days. And I talked about this in a video where it's like, it almost doesn't feel real sometimes because it's like, what's even going on?
Yeah, it's absolutely unreal. It's just, ultimately, like, if you thought it's all about having someone, know what they're doing and helping you out, honestly. Like you guys helped me significantly to get to where I am today. You can crash and burn. Like I've learned that you can do trial and error. It's just a very expensive way of learning the business. But yeah, Amazon, like people say Amazon is like oversaturated and all that. Well, I mean, there's new products every day. You go on TikTok, there's new products every day. You can't say that there's no opportunities. It's finding the right one and going all out on it and having that confidence to go all out on it.
Yeah. So that's a really good piece of advice. What would be, I guess, to wrap up the video for a new Amazon seller that is looking at your journey and being like, man, I am aspiring to be like Kamang. I'm wanting to start my business. I'm wanting to achieve different and better lifestyle. What's your piece of advice that you would give to somebody in that situation?
You gotta take that risk, right? If you don't jump out of what you're doing right now, you're going to end up doing that forever, right? And you ultimately choose your own journey, right? If you choose not to move forward with something, then you're risking not knowing what's out there, right? And with Amazon, you need someone to know what they're doing. Otherwise, you're just going to be burning the money on all kinds of expenses, right? Picking the right product ultimately is the most important, and have someone look at it and verify that, saying it's good or bad. And that's how I started. And I know that's going to work for whoever's starting an Amazon business as well.
That's huge. Verifying products. And that's obviously what we do inside the Amazon Champion program.
Yeah.
Before you order your inventory and you spend thousands of dollars, like run that by somebody that has launched, like between all of us, like we've launched 100+ different products. Like we've seen so many different things. So to wrap up the call, how many products are you at right now and how many SKUs?
6 products and 10 SKUs.
10 SKUs. So you got some variations in there.
Yeah.
So guys, it doesn't take hundreds of products to build a successful business.
Yeah.
You start with 1, then you get 2, then you get 3, and then you slowly start building things out. And that's where that kind of snowball effect happens. And that's where your life can be completely changed. So Kamang, I appreciate you jumping on. It is so cool to see your journey, see how much you've progressed. I remember when you first enrolled in the program to last year to now a year later, the progression is just insane. It's inspiring. And I hope everyone watching this video enjoyed. And if you guys did, show some love down in the comments, like the video, subscribe if you haven't. And Kamang, again, I appreciate it and can't wait to see your success in the future.
Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely.